Hi, it's Nick from TMR now. I'm here to take you through the first steps of adductor or inner thigh care. Often runners and people who are very active end up with kind of sore, heavy legs. And often, or previously in the past, look at all those. Start again. Hi, it's Nick from TMR now, and I'm here to work through some basic adductor exercises. The adductors are a group of muscles, there are many of them, and they run effectively on your inner thigh. Some of them start in your pelvis and come to kind of halfway down and attach on the femur, and others go all the way down and attach down here near the knee. So it's important to look at exercises that have a bent leg for these ones, and then exercises that have a straight leg for these ones. We want to make sure that we're not missing anything out when we're conditioning your inner thigh. These are a fundamental set of exercises. They're not meant to be extremely challenging or functional. So as you build your endurance and familiarity, we'll need to just keep ratcheting it up and looking for that overload into your muscle group. You'll need a couple of things to support you. You're going to be lying on your side, so I'm using a pillow, and some of these exercises you want some support, and this comes in the way of another pillow or a foam roller. I've got a little funky thing happening on my foot at the moment, so I'm going to do these all on one side to begin with at least. I'm going to bed now for a nap. Find a pillow that supports you, and the bottom leg, both legs are straight. Bring the roller in and then place your top leg on top. This just kind of squares you up and you don't have to focus too much on where you are. That said, do make sure your top hip is on top of your bottom hip and hasn't gone forward. Alrighty, from here, it's a simple bottom leg lift. Count to 5 for me. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale low. Now it's important to keep the knee straight, and as you're doing that lift, 3, 2, 1, lower. Let's go again, and let's do something. So we're going to rotate your leg, thinking of your heel turning like a key in a lock. So it's swiveling down, swiveling up, and I'm going to lower. You might also feel some work on the inner thigh of this leg too. Don't worry about that. Let's go again. So we lift, we do 3 key turns. 1, a 2, and 3. And down. Now you can do anything here. The goal is to distract you from the fact that you've lifted your leg. The rotations are great because they incorporate other muscles around the hip that give you a very balanced 3-dimensional hip. Let's go again. I just needed a break. Lift 5 times. Let's go. Now I'm just playing with numbers. You could do 1, you could do 1,000. You want to make sure that you still have decent form and that your bottom knee isn't buckling. When it starts to buckle, your adductors are tired, take a break. Remember, we want to work the long ones first. And down. Just to clarify, they don't need to be worked first. It's not about the order. I'm just doing them now. So we want to make sure that while we're doing these longer framed exercises, it's not a bent knee by mistake. I think we should do one more set because I've been jabbering so much. Lift it up. Let's do 4 more. 1. 2, so I'm turning my thigh, turning the thigh. Now before I cued turn the heel as if it's a lock in the, a key in the lock of a door. Got these analogies today, I'm so sorry. But where the movement comes from, of course, is where your femur goes into the pelvis. So you have that ball and socket situation in the thigh. And that turning is being done by the muscles on the outside and the back of the hip, and that lift of the leg is being done by your inner thighs. What I want to do here is show you how the bottom leg works into rotation, so hence my jaunty diagonal. And again, having something to balance the top leg on can be really useful. Sometimes just holding your leg here after it's already worked is a bit exhausting. You might not want to do that. So there's your tool. I'm lying on my side and my bottom leg is straight. Okay, now here we go. The bottom leg is bent. And now I'm lifting a bent leg. And where it gets quite fruity is you really have no idea where your bloody leg is. I mean, you know where it is, but do you know, are you lifting your leg as one piece where the shin is level to the floor? Or, I mean, tell the teacher, have I done this? Or am I going knee first and kind of, knock-kneed? So taking the time to work out how you're lifting the leg and doing so from the upper inner thigh is great for your postural awareness. And it's, of course, mostly great for your adductor conditioning. 2 more basic lifts, because we're what? Basic. 1 more. Okay, take a little breather. It's not a catastrophe. It's just inner thigh work. You've got your lift. You're going to straighten it. You bend it. You drop it. Now lift, straighten, bend, and drop. Let's go up to 10. We're at 2. If you want to make these more challenging, it's quite simple. You need to make your ankle look like it has a cankle. So whack on an ankle weight. Get your inner kind of moon boot, Jane Fonda, John Travolta space boot vibe happening. Lift, kick, pull, and down. Lift, out, in, down, lift, out, in, down. I'm filming this in the new North Melbourne studio, and it's quite entertaining watching people shield themselves from the elements outside in the veranda and looking in or reading the quotes. And here's this creep on the floor doing inner thigh work. Only they knew. And let's say that's enough. Okay, that is enough for me, but we've got 1 more. We're going back to bent leg. It lifts, and now rotate that bent leg in your hip socket. So it's that same keyhole latch idea, or turning, ding, 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 the top of the thigh. You just want them in the hip socket. You just want to make sure that your knee doesn't progressively inch forward, so that your knee is underneath the pelvis rather than kind of in front of it and turning this way. So you're welcome if that makes you work a little harder, but it's what we're here for. Trying to get condition and build 360-degree security around your pelvis so that you don't end up overloading that lateral band. I don't know how many, but let's do 3 more. Or you don't end up kind of tweaking the kind of union of your legs together at the knee. There's a lot of reasons to strengthen the inner thighs. They're really important to productive human movement and great function. But these little accessory exercises they're micro. They're not big fun things like squats and lunges and deadlifts. And if that's more your cup of tea, then there you go. But these are a great way to pass some time in lockdown. No, they're a great way to have decent condition through the body and then prepare you for the more complex, more kind of interesting, larger exercises on the Pilates equipment. I hope you've enjoyed. I'm aware that I've given you a half and half. Hit pause, go back, repeat on the other side. Have a great day. Bye.